Rymir Carter has spent most of his life chasing one thing. The truth, now 32. He's been fighting for over a decade to prove what he believes, that Jay-Z is his biological father. But the deeper you dig into this story, the darker it becomes. Especially when it comes to how Jay-Z allegedly treated Rymir's mother. Back in 1992, Wanda was just 16 years old when she met Jay-Z. Then in his 20s, they had a brief encounter. But everything
I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor. A minor! When she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage. Even though Lily was present when Rymir was born. She was very clear on the fact that Wanda was a minor when she was pregnant with.
And it gets even worse. Wanda was under the legal age of consent in Pennsylvania at the time. Even more troubling. There are allegations she was taken across state lines, from Philadelphia to New York.
I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably... Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said again, it's not the same as now.
But is his mom still alive?
No, she died. She died.
Huh.
She was 15 when she had him.
Oh. How old was Jay?
Like 20-something, I guess.
Oh.
Like 20, probably early 20, like 24.
We don't know if it's true. This is just...
No, but I'm saying, he took the DNA thing with the, it was ancestry type shit. I think he got like somebody popped up on it, like, because, you got different kids that's different places. You know what I mean? My thing is this, if I got $1 billion, right, I would want to have a lot of kids. You my kid, I got so much money, I don't give a fuck you my kid or not.
You get some sperm. You get some sperm.
You get some sperm. If you are my kid, I your mom, you my kid. Even if I want to be around you, don't want to see you, don't want to, if I want the world to know,
right, but think about that.
Wanda kept the truth from Rymir for years. But when he was old enough, she sat him down and told him everything. That conversation lit a fire in him. He began digging, fighting, trying to uncover the truth. But every step forward seemed met with resistance. Documents vanished. Lawyers
spoke on, the love child, Rymir, Jay-Z, he's come out and said, like, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean...
To a man that chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees, is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Crow.
To this day, Jay-Z has never agreed to a DNA test. Rymir insists he's not after money. He just wants answers. But instead of clarity, he's faced with...
I think the girl like Tasha K, she got a Jay-Z son on there.
Oh, his alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first, he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker, didn't like approve of it. She said, "No, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on." Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though. He just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why. So I told him when he called me 2 years ago, I said, "Listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're going to think I'm trying to catch rep off of it. So let me let you tell your story somewhere else first. I mean, then I can talk about it." But he called me like 2 years ago telling me like, I said, "Oh, young boy." He's like, "I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time." I mean, but something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go like call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he's telling the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and trying to. And my thing is, if this is not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you did dodge and whatever else.
Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies don't exist and whatever. To be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Yeah. Even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce, Jay-Z. What do you feel someone coming out saying, hey, Jay-Z's my father? What does that person want from a Hov if he's saying he does not care?
To prove that his mother wasn't a liar, because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement for him. If your mama died like that, would you just sit around and let people keep calling her a liar? That's how your mama died, with a judge yelling at her. And turns out now, all of these judges were bought off and paid off, and they're going to be looking at sanctions and probably charges. Because what?
And then there's Beyonce. According to sources close to the case, she's allegedly been working behind the scenes to protect Jay-Z's image from day one. One insider claimed someone from her camp told Rymir to back off. Not long after, someone appeared at his property. Coincidence? Maybe. But it doesn't feel...
I don't know how he's feeling. Like, I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that. I really wouldn't know. So my mom did tell me she went in there and filed a paternity test, and it just basically I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't, what can I say? We didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because, I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it. I really thought it was going to go different than what it was. But, I really feel like it should have been over with because, I feel like if it was anybody else, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring in income for me. I can't sit around, I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side. And that would be something I really would want to find out because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that, you know, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. Like, you know, people are just so quick to judge a person that's a low, I won't say low income, but somebody that doesn't have it, and somebody that does, they always think, you know, you coming after that person's money, or they never look at the full story and things like that. It was rough, you know, living in Philadelphia. You know, it was a hard city. Like, you know, it started to get wilder as the years went on. Like, you know,
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost killed?
I have been. I wouldn't say the crossfire was for me, but it was people. Like, it was a couple shootings that I have been around, but it wasn't for me. Like, it wasn't intended for me or nothing like that. It's just, you know, it's dangerous.